Happy 2026. I hope your week and your new year is off to a great start. We've got some updates and some announcements today on BrickScale Studio. Welcome back to BrickScale Studio. My name is Jeff. Thank you so much for joining me today. So, as I mentioned in the introduction, Happy New Year. I hope the holidays treated you well, you got some time off and had a wonderful time. So today I just wanted to do a quick update video. We have some announcements and just some general updates. Even though there have been videos on the channel regularly, I have not made a new video. This video is the first new one I have made since November 10th. So I sort of hustled and got a bunch of videos put away for the holidays. So basically I just took like a 2-month vacation. So even, like I said, even though you've been seeing videos, I haven't made any new videos for a couple of months. So I'm back at it. So with that, a couple of things happened since I last recorded a video. One of those being, we did hit one of our subscriber milestones of 500 subscribers, so that is super exciting. So stay tuned to the end of the video, we'll have more information on that. Also, there were several releases and some craziness around the first of the year. So I just wanted to get into a little bit of that. So I have my notes here, so if you see me looking down, that is what I am looking at. I did receive the BrickLink designer program. The one set I ordered from the last wave that shipped is the Adventures in Transylvania. So I do have that set. It arrived, and I will be building that in the near future. Another exciting one that I did pick up is the Goonies, along with the gift with purchase. So that is in the backlog, so expect a video on that. And then, my goodness, were you all involved in the craziness of January 1st release day? I did not go to the store. I chose to order my items online. And then I started seeing all these videos of crazy lines everywhere and things selling out, things being gone, and it was just crazy. So did any of you get wrapped up in all that and get stuck in a line at a Lego store? All the videos I've seen from not only in the United States but in Europe as well, everybody commented on how crazy the lines were, and they hadn't seen lines like this in years. So yeah, just curious to know if the lines were crazy where you were. But I did order the Modular and the Creole House on January 1st, and I was able to obtain those. I did get the Squawk gift with purchase, and I did get the Creole House, and then I also did get the free parade car gift with purchase, and of course the new Modular. So those will be upcoming builds on the channel as well. One thing that I thought was kind of crazy with all the hype of the Stranger Things, that's the one that was delivered the fastest. The Modular, however, which never went out of stock or back order, it might be on back order now, but for the first 4 or 5 days after the first, it was still readily available. That one literally just arrived yesterday, and that would be January 10th when I'm recording this video. So super crazy that the most hyped set, the one that people were, running out of and was out of stock everywhere, that one came right away. And the one that nobody seemed to care about, it arrived way late, in my opinion. But I do have it now, so it's all great. Speaking of the Modular, it's quite controversial this year. A lot of people, are voicing their dislike of it. I'm going to reserve my judgment until I build it. I think it looks fine. People also had a problem. I don't know. Like, I don't want to get like ranty or crazy, but I kind of feel like The Lego community is very fickle. You can never please anybody either. I mean, that's one of the major complaints of modulars is usually like, oh my gosh, like I don't like this year's modular. It's so boring. It looks the same. Everything's the same. And then they give us something that's different and crazy, like the downtown diner or the shopping street. That's totally different and unexpected. And people are like, oh, I hate it. It doesn't go with anything. It's just crazy looking. So yeah, you can never please anybody. And then again, of course, same thing with price and piece count. It's too expensive. There's not enough pieces. There's too many pieces. You know, it's always something. So rather than jump on the bandwagon of just out of the jump hating it based on sight, I'm going to reserve my opinion until I build it and go from there. I imagine I will probably love it because the modulars are my favorite Lego theme. I look forward to them every year. The Cafe Corner, which was the first modular that came out in like 2006 or 2007, that was the set that got me back into Lego as an adult. So the modulars always hold a special place in my heart. So last year's Tudor Corner was pretty awesome and is going to be hard to beat, but I can't imagine myself like hating Shopping Street. It's a modular. I love the modulars. So we'll build it and we will see. The other thing I wanted to sort of update you on is the Orca. It is still on pre-order. Their website says that it should be shipping early 2026. So it is early 2026 right now, but it is still available on pre-order on their website. It hasn't gone into officially shipping yet. I haven't heard anything online of anybody receiving parts. Also, I did notice that on the Agora Models website, on their forum section, there is a little section about the Orca, and as recently as December 11th, they were still going over prototypes and looking at pre-production parts and components. So I don't imagine that's going to be coming up here in the very near future, at any rate. I think it's going to be probably toward the end of first quarter 2026, maybe March-ish, maybe end of March, first part of April. That's going to be that's what I'm going on for now, just based on if they're still evaluating prototypes and pre-production parts in the middle of December. We're definitely a couple of months, if not longer, away from this being available. I think that's about it for updates. We went over the new modular, the Creole House, the BrickLink Designer Program set, the Goonies. So those are all going to be Tuesday builds probably. And again, like I mentioned in one of my last videos, with the Optimus Prime build being done, that sort of leaves an open space on Tuesday. And I'm not going to release a video every Tuesday just because building a Lego set every week is not only expensive, it also takes up a lot of space. Like, where am I going to put these once they're built? And I am definitely at that point where I need to scrutinize my choices very carefully as far as what I build because of space or lack thereof. So I know that I do have space for the new modular. That is space that's been reserved for a while, so I know I have space for that. But as far as the other sets, the Creole House, the Goonies, the Transylvania, yeah, some things are going to have to get shuffled around on my display shelves. So again, like I said, I'm not going to be doing every Tuesday. We're not going to have a Lego video. But when we do have a Lego video, they'll likely show up on Tuesdays because that is our open day at the moment. Okay, so one thing I did want to bring up since we're talking about Lego builds is what do you all prefer as far as format? Do you like to see the time-lapse full builds, or do you just want to see maybe a highlight of the build process and then the review? Do you just want to see the review? Let me know, because it's something that I've been struggling with, because sometimes, especially with some of these bigger sets, even doing the time-lapse, the videos end up being, 40 minutes or something. So I don't want to make excessively long videos, but if people are enjoying the full build time-lapses, I don't want to stop that. if you don't really have a preference or you don't really care for the full build time lapses, I'd be more than happy to, just do some sort of highlights of the build if there's some cool techniques or minifigs or whatever, and then just do the reviews to have a little shorter video. So anyway, let me know down in the comments. All right, so you may notice I look a little bit different. When I did the first part of this video, it was Sunday, January 11th. And now it is Monday evening, January 12th. And I just wanted to add a little addendum because today, January 12th, LEGO announced their first sets for their new partnership with Pokemon. You may recall last year they made an announcement that they had acquired the license for Pokemon and that they would be doing some new sets coming up in 2026. Well, they announced them today, January 12th. Included in the announcement today were 3 brand new sets in the Pokemon theme, 1 gift with purchase, and 1 reward set. So let's do the 3 sets first. All 3 of these sets are available right now for pre-order. They will start shipping February 27th, so a little over a month, but you can pre-order them today. So the first set is Eevee. It is the smallest of the 3, set 72151. It is 587 pieces, and it will retail for $59.99. I think this looks like a great set. So this is Eevee. I will put links down in the description, so I'm not going to go over this in super detail. So you can go check it out for yourself. The next set, of course, is the obvious one. I mean, of course, you can't have Pokemon without Pikachu, right? So that is the next larger one. It's set 72152 with 2,050 pieces, and it will retail for $199. Again, this is available right now for pre-order. It will ship on February 27th. So this has a Pikachu and a Pokeball on a base. But you can, if you look at the picture, you don't have to have them on the base. You can detach them from the base and display them separately. Again, I think this is a great representation of Pikachu. I think it looks really good. And surprisingly, for the part to price or price to piece ratio, these are really good for a licensed set. They're right around that 10 cent per piece threshold. The largest of the 3 is the Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise. Now, interestingly, as I'm recording this, Monday, January 12th at roughly 6 p.m. Central Time in the United States, the Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise set is no longer available for pre-order. Instead of saying pre-order, it says limit exceeded. So already this set is already out of stock and not available, and it hasn't even started shipping yet. So this is the largest of the 3. It is set 72153, 6,838 pieces. So it is huge. And it retails for $650. So big piece count, big price tag. But you do get 3 figures. You get the Venusaur, the Charizard, and the Blastoise. They're on a display base, but again, you can detach them from the base and display the figures by themselves. And again, I think these look really great. So far, it looks like in these 3 sets, there are no stickers. They look like all printed pieces. When we get into the gift with purchase and the reward set, there are some stickers there. But the main sets look like no stickers. Now, this is where the gift with purchase comes in. If you would have pre-ordered this set, if you were able to pre-order this set, you would have gotten a Kanto Region badge collection, which is a gift with purchase. However, like I said, this no longer is available for pre-order. It says limit exceeded. So I've never seen that on a pre-order before, so that is very interesting. So this will release on February 27th, so I am wondering if they have held some back for that release date. It will be interesting to see. But yeah, wow, like, I mean, for $650, this went real quick. People pre-ordered this real quick. I figured the Pikachu would be the one that would, if anything was going to be crazy with it, it would be the Pikachu, because that is the, again, like I said, like, you can't have Pokemon without Pikachu, right? It's sort of the face of the brand. So very interesting that the highest priced set is the one that is sort of challenging stock-wise. So this a little bit like January 1st all over again with the Creole House. Kind of crazy. So let me see if they do. They do have pictures. So here is the badge collection that is the gift with purchase. And yeah, so it will be interesting to see. It does say with pre-order purchase. And it says that the promotion ends February 26th, so it looks like this may be gone since the pre-order is no longer available. It'll be interesting, like I said, it'll be interesting to see as we approach February 27th what will happen. So that's the gift with purchase. And then they also did release, if you are a LEGO insider, on the rewards page, you can... Actually, this one is not available until February 26th, but it is a mini Pokemon Center that you can redeem 2,500 insider points for that set. Interesting that it is not available until February 26th. That's kind of crazy. So that is the 5 sort of Pokemon additions that LEGO has made. 3 sets, 1 gift with purchase, and 1 reward set. Yeah, I hate to harp on it, but I have never seen a LEGO pre-order like say that the limit has exceeded. Like, I thought kind of that was sort of the whole point of the pre-order thing, was it would give them time, they could make more sets before they started shipping, but apparently they've already just cut it off. Limit exceeded. So definitely check back with on the LEGO site. It may come back at some point. I did see other videos where people in Europe, when the announcement was made, were saying that the LEGO site was up and down for a while, that the gift with purchase disappeared and then reappeared. So it might come back at some point, who knows, but it's so crazy to think that a pre-order has reached the limit. Especially, like I said, on the biggest, most expensive set. I figured, if anything, Pikachu would be the one that would be in the high demand, but very crazy. Also, just of note, LEGO also announced today that they will have double insider points for Ninjago and Botanical sets from January 12th through January 18th. And then, just as a complete side note, since we are building the 1966 Batmobile in both Lego form and scale model form, just an interesting fact today, January 12th, 60 years ago, January 12th, 1966 is when the Batman television series premiered. So fun little bit of history there. So back to the original video. And with that, let's talk about the subscriber milestones. So I've been harping about subscriber milestones for a long time. You know, we're trying to hit, we already hit 100, we're trying to hit 500 and 1,000 to give away some free Lego. So at 100 subscribers, we gave away the Retro Record Player, and at 500 subscribers, we are going to give away a Star Wars AT-AT, and at 1,000 subscribers, we're going to give away the Lego Endurance. So sometime over the holidays, I'm not sure the exact day, we did hit 500. So we're at 511 or 512 at this point. So we did reach that milestone. So we will be doing the giveaway for the AT-AT. So stay tuned for that. Same as before, I'll release a video explaining the details, showing you the set, providing instructions on how to enter. There will be a period of time you have to follow the instructions to enter, and then we will do a drawing and give it away, and then I will send it to you for free. So if you win, I pay the shipping. It's totally free, and it's just a thank you for being a subscriber. And again, like I said, I will put together a video for that here in the next week or so, maybe sooner. So stay tuned for that. And until we see each other again, as always, happy building, take care, be kind to each other, and I will see you soon.